Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson, a World Alternative Media here, and this is absolutely insane breaking news regarding Hunter Biden's laptop and the stuff that they're finding on this involving not just his dealings with China, the Ukraine, Russia, but the abuse of children, and it's being completely hidden by the media. Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to see this video. This is absolutely insane breaking news. But first, before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, hit the notification bell on BitChute, and find us on BitChute, LBRY, as well as Flote.app. We are exclusively there because we were deleted for daring to talk about the truth from YouTube. And of course, you can join our newsletter at www.iamband.com and look below in the links for ways you could fund us and help support keeping independent media alive going forward. I really appreciate it, guys. Anyways, let's get into this news. This is absolutely insane, my friends, and it includes emails, text messages, photographs, all of this evidence that the mainstream news media has been criminally covering up and saying is fake news, despite the fact that this has been actually confirmed with the FBI. This has been confirmed with the police in Delaware. This has been confirmed, but they keep saying alleged and possibly fake news. In fact, websites like Wikipedia say that it is completely, entirely fabricated and debunked. I mean, we're in Orwellian doublespeak land at this point when stuff that's actually 100% confirmed that completely might be one of the biggest things to happen before an election ever in the United States is called fake news, despite it being demonstrably confirmed and proven true. As this article from the Gateway Pundit says, report explicit photos of minor in Hunter Biden's laptop were of a relative, and he was in some of the photos with her. As the article gets into, approximately 1/3 of the explicit photos of minors in Hunter Biden's laptop were of the same 14-year-old girl, who is one of his relatives, according to a shocking new report. Not only were there inappropriate photos of the child on her own, but Hunter Biden was in some of them with her. As it continues, and I quote, a source close to the matter, though, who claims to have seen the images on Hunter's laptop, told Revolver that about 1/3 of the images are of the same underage girl. Some of the images are topless, while in others she is shown in suggestive positions with Hunter himself, Revolver News said. The Gateway Pundit spoke with another source who said the same thing. Giuliani announced during an appearance on Newsmax on Tuesday evening that he had handed the hard drive over to the Delaware State Police over the images of minors. He also shared a text message exchange between Hunter and what he believes to be his father. And I quote, she told my therapist that I was sexually inappropriate with redacted when she says that I FaceTime naked with her, and the reason I can't have her out to see me is because I'll walk around naked smoking crack and talking to girls on FaceTime, Hunter says in the exchange. When she was pressed, she said that redacted never said anything like that, but the bottom line is that I created and caused a very unsafe environment for the kids. This is absolutely insane, my friends, because on top of this, this has been confirmed in the sense where there's actually photos, there's photographic evidence, and that is child pornography, and it's absolutely horrifying to think that the media would cover this up, especially to the extent they have. They started off by saying it's false news, it's fake news, it was by the Russians, and then that was debunked, and now they're just not reporting on it and deleting stories from social media when people talk about it. I mean, if that isn't election interference, I don't know what is. There's other stories like this one out of LondonDaily.com. Some of the few news sites, by the way, that are actually covering this issue. Most people that talked about this got their YouTube channel taken down, like myself, and watched their social media burn, basically, in every case. And, of course, the New York Post is still banned from Twitter for simply telling the truth. This is just a breaking story. This is a leak that completely affects an election, and right before the election, it shall be known in history that it was completely covered up, and in fact they're rewriting history, so who knows if it will be remembered in history. As this LondonDaily.com article says, disaster for Joe as Hunter Biden's lawyers allegedly ask for his laptop back. Trump calls it explosive revelation, real deal. Despite questions over the authenticity of damaging content from a hard drive allegedly belonging to Joe Biden's son, Hunter, Donald Trump has said the data is proven fact, with Steve Bannon promising there's more to come. And there's a lot like this. There's a lot of confirmation, And it has been, without a doubt, confirmed. The fact that, you have this information coming out right before an election and they would cover it up really tells you everything you need to know about the legacy media. And I mean, if it wasn't him, why did he send his lawyers to get the hard drive back? Why would he do that? But again, it has been confirmed, and it isn't debunked like Wikipedia says. It isn't debunked like all these mainstream media say, who say it's dangerous and they applaud the story not getting out there as much. Well, they've really just done a Barbra Streisand effect here, where they're only going to lead to more people seeing it. But unfortunately, it'll be through means of using other websites and digging deep, and people have to actually care. And if people don't care about the fact that they're involved with someone who is involved in pedophilia, then what's wrong with people? Like, seriously, what is wrong with the world when we've gotten to the point where everything has become so politicking? And politics is terrible, and I'm a voluntarist, but that they ignore something as insane and huge as this. And of course, Joe Biden is known for groping people, has been charged, and countless people have come after him over groping children and groping adults as well. And you can't forget this photo of him basically kissing Hunter Biden's daughter on the lips at an event. She's way too old for that. It's really creepy. People make excuses for it, but I think it's creepy. And then on top of that, you have instances like the Tara Reade situation, where she came out and all these accusations against Biden and kids, and him talking about kids touching his leg hair and stuff, just creepy stories. He's obviously delusional, and one has to wonder if it's a relative of Hunter Biden that's involved in this. What relative? Because he has one daughter that's, I think, named Maisie. I hate to speculate about this stuff, but she's around the age that they're saying this girl in the photos was. It's absolutely horrifying. And again, it also involves him, in some ways intervening or being intervened in by the Chinese government, which we know has been trying to enforce a technocratic racket worldwide. Alongside the U.S. government, they've been working together, and they have been for many decades. And then you have at the same time the dealings with Ukraine, the dealings with Russia, which are, again, not debunked. They've been demonstrably true and proven to be true. The fact that you could just call any fact debunked now and get away with it is really concerning to me. And of course, there's drug use and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about the drug abuse. I think the drug abuse is a misdirection. People will say, oh, well, he was hurting and there's problems, whatever. I don't care about the drug abuse. What I care about is endangering children's lives. And of course, Wayne Allen Root, who I don't know, he said, and it went viral, that there's evidence that Hunter Biden, there's videos on the laptop of him raping and torturing Chinese children. Now, I have no idea if that's true. There's no evidence of that as of yet, but we will wait and see what happens, because there's more and more evidence coming out of children being abused on Hunter Biden's laptop. Again, one that he signed for, one that the computer repair shop ended up taking because it went beyond the contract. He didn't go and get it back. And that's what happens. What a complete idiot. People say, well, why would he do that? He's smoking crack. He'll make stupid mistakes. Anyway, I really appreciate everyone watching today. I'm in a beautiful place, Kotor, Montenegro, trying to survive right now on, I'm living on $400 a month rent, and I sold everything I have and live out of a backpack in order for me to continue making videos for all of you guys, because YouTube demonetized me first and shadow banned me, and then they deleted my channel, and I'm just trying to get by after 155,000 subscribers got wiped off from being able to find my content. So find me on BitChute, LBRY/Odysee, as well as Flote.app, and join our newsletter at www.iamband.com. I really appreciate everyone who supported and everyone that's standing by us, and keep sharing our content. We have a lot more to come. Again, this is someone who is impartial in the election, because I don't like anyone. I don't support enslaving my neighbor. I think consent matters, and I don't care about any of that. My whole thing is the truth should always prevail, regardless of what that truth is, which is why We interviewed people on both sides during the 2016 election as well, and it's why we ended up talking with people like Juanita Broderick, who of course was raped by Bill Clinton when no one else would talk to her, leading to a big explosion of people knowing who she was and people making their own choices based on that. And that's the way it should be. Free information online is not dangerous. It doesn't lead to real world violence. Censorship does, however, but Susan Wojcicki says the opposite. Anyways, I really appreciate everyone watching. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell on BitChute, and check those links below. There's ways for you to fund us. We are 100% viewer funded. And of course, Bitcoin at our Bitcoin address, the CoinTree link below, which shows a bunch of our cryptocurrencies, and of course our Teespring store where you can buy merchandise. GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar, anything helps, my friends. Anyways, I really appreciate you all watching, and until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
I'm sure you have already changed people's minds in your young age because you're involved, and I like that.
Bye.